Now, because all we really talk about on this channel is ETFs, I had to make a video about this brand new ETF, ticker symbol IMST, which is another ETF that references or utilizes MSTR, the ultra volatile single stock that has generated massive amounts of income for names like MSTY since inception. Now, I really wanted to make a video on this one because IMST, or the Bitwise MSTR Option Income Strategy ETF, has a 140% distribution rate as of right now, and just announced a recent dividend of $7.01 per share. So in this video, we're going to dig deep into the Bitwise MSTR Option Income Strategy ETF. I'm going to share with you guys what it is, how it works, and again, go over the most recent dividend. By the end of the video, hopefully seeing if this could be a good opportunity to buy into, especially if you own MSTY and do want some exposure to MSTR through an option income strategy. So if ultra high yielding ETFs interest you at all, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one. My A to Z dividend investing ebook has helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker that I'm constantly using here on the channel has also helped so many investors stay on track and allow them to see their dividend income in real time. Well, today I have another treat for you guys. I'm not only going to offer you my A to Z dividend investing ebook and the custom dividend tracker, but also just for a short limited time, I'm going to be adding in my brand new weekly dividend blueprint ebook to show you how you can get started with weekly dividend ETFs and add this into your investing strategy. This offer is not going to last long, so go ahead and click the first link down below in my description, and you're going to get both ebooks and the custom dividend tracker bundle. But like I said, please act fast because this won't be around for long. Now let's get back into the video. So hopping right into the fact sheet for IMST, it says why invest in it? Monthly income. IMST aims to generate monthly income by intelligently selling call options against a long position in strategy MSTR or MicroStrategy stock. It then says manage exposure to MSTR. IMST seeks to provide capped upside exposure to MSTR while managing volatility by generating income. Next, it says expert active management. IMST implements a dynamic covered call strategy that takes advantage of changing market conditions to maximize total return. The Bitwise team has decades of collective experience in crypto and a successful track record managing active funds. Now, this ETF started trading on April 1st, so a lot of investors are speculating that's why the most recent dividend was so large at $7 per share, because it's been a little bit over a month. Speaking of distributions though, they are going to be paid out monthly for this one, and the expense ratio is around 1%, which is more or less in line with different funds like this. Now, especially in today's market, there's so many different ETFs, so many different providers that offer similar strategies, whether it's offering exposure to the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ or even single stocks like MSTR, and then utilizing an option strategy on top of it to generate a ton of income. Now, a lot of viewers always ask me why I personally do own so many different ETFs in my portfolio, even though they offer exposure to similar things. Like, for example, why own JEPQ and also QQQY if they both offer an option income strategy that utilize the NASDAQ 100? Well, this is a good example again of why I own multiple different ETFs from different providers that offer exposure to the same thing more or less, because they're all going to have their own techniques, their own strategy. So the way that I look at things is that if you look into an ETF, let's say this Bitwise MSTR Option Income Strategy ETF, and let's say you like what they have to offer, let's say it matches what you're looking for, but on the other hand, you also like the Yield Max ETF that also offers an MSTR Option Income Strategy. Well, in my opinion, even though there's overlap in the strategy and the underlying holdings, why not own a little bit of both? Now, on the left here, it shows portfolio managers. To be completely transparent, I've never even heard of Bitwise. I know they do have some other products as well, and maybe I'll walk you guys through some of their other products in the future. But up until this point, I personally have not heard of Bitwise. The investment strategy says the Bitwise MSTR Option Income Strategy ETF aims to provide investors with monthly income and maximize total return through an optimized synthetic cover call strategy. The fund does not invest directly into shares of MSTR, just very similar to the YieldMax one. Now, as far as the distributions go for IMST, it looks like they are going to be paid out on a monthly basis. And like I shared with you guys, the most recent distribution, the first one of all, was over $7 per share, which, to be completely honest, is kind of out of control. I mean, the fact that some of these ETFs are offering this big of distributions is sort of making me as a dividend investor rethink what high yield or ultra high yield even means. I mean, a share of IMST as of right now costs around $60 per share. And as of right now, investors that bought into it before ex-dividend date, of course, just got paid $7 per share. So moving forward, as far as a dividend investor, are we going to sort of have to rethink what high yield or ultra high yield even means? I mean, it seems like there's lots of products nowadays that do offer distribution rates of well over 100%. So is that going to be the more or less norm in the future? I guess only time will tell. Now, looking into IMST's total return, again, it's only been trading since April 1st, so we don't have all that much time frame to go off of, but this ETF is already up over 29% total return goes. This is another thing that really has a lot of dividend investors very confused. Because there's so many ultra high yielding ETFs these days that do offer exposure to ultra volatile names like MSTR, for example, which I'm going to share with you guys here in a second, the current implied volatility when it comes to MSTR, which explains exactly how these ETFs are paying so much in distributions. But it really has a lot of dividend investors and income investors scratching their heads. Are we better off buying into names like these that have insane implied volatility attached to them, which can offer crazy income generation? Well, I mean, the answer to that is going to have to be whatever you personally are comfortable with MSTR's implied volatility, or IV, being at a 71 right now, which is in the 11th percentile rank. This means that 11% of the time the IV was lower in the last year or at the current level. But at a 71 plus IV right now, MSTR is pricing in a massive move, either up or down, which is exactly why MSTR option income strategy products are able to pay so much in income. And they're going to probably continue to be able to do so as long as the IV stays as massive as it is right now. Now, keep in mind, what goes up can of course go down. I'm not saying I hope that MSTR or Bitcoin or anything of the sorts goes down. I truly do hope that it goes up because I do have exposure to Bitcoin and even MSTR in my personal portfolio. But just to be completely clear, I think you guys already know this, but with ETFs that offer a distribution rate of 140+%, let's be real here, there's going to be a decent amount of risk attached to it. But just for some fun, because that's why you guys are here anyways in the first place, a $10,000 investment into ticker symbol IMST, which is currently around $60 per share as of right now, could purchase you 166 shares of the ETF, which as of recently just paid a $7.01 dividend payouts. That means off of a $10,000 investment, you're talking over $1,168 on a monthly payout basis. Now again, this dividend might be priced in a little bit longer than a month, but either way guys, even if this dividend was half as big, this is still a massive amount of income generation. So now that we went over and talked about the Bitwise MSTR option income strategy ETF, ticker symbol IMST, we talked about the most recent, the first massive payout to investors. And we even went over some of the volatility and some of the reasons behind ETFs like these ones and how they're able to pay insane amounts of dividend income, at least how they've been able to do so far. I lastly, most importantly, have a question for you guys down below. Are you personally partaking in some of the trading, some of the holding of some of these ultra high yielders? And if so, which are some names I should look into next? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.